Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Animal Totems back after a 1 week break, just simply because I was moving house and moving from the Gold Coast to Kings Beach and Sunny Coast. So it's a whole new setup, although it looks like, so now I can actually have my altar behind me without having to use a backdrop or a picture of it. So I feel a bit more balanced. I spent the last couple of days getting everything organised and all those wonderful things we get to do when we move home. And so we had to pause it because all our decks and everything were packed away. And so it's about finding where all the decks again were and which box they were and which room they was stored, and all that got done. So which was fun in itself. Hello, Grand Rising beloved. Hello, beloved. She's tuned in, which is amazing. So if you would like a reading today, during the process of the move, we had to return a washing machine, and then that was a whole journey in itself, literally, and that was a 5-hour round trip, with a stop off at IKEA, which we'll get into more later on, maybe. And while we was having dinner at the end of the day, walking out of the restaurant, looked up at the sky, and there was just this amazing cloud formation. Just, sometimes when you look at clouds, you have to sort of kind of squint your eye and tilt your head to make it vaguely look like what you think it looked like. Whereas this one was just a clear, giant polar bear in the sky. And that's about getting ready to embark on a spiritual journey that's going to open up more of your gifts and innate abilities. So for today, the hashtag is going to be polar bear. It's a bit dark, excuse me. I'll just get a bit of light on the subject. Hashtag polar bear. And then I'll get into the readings for the week. I'll just turn that on for you. So hashtag polar bear for an individual reading. Bear with me. Right. So this week I'm using this deck, which is a Stephen Farmer deck. Lots of great cards. That was upside. Okay, that was upside. I thought it was backwards. It was upside down. There we go. Try that again. I was like, the screen shouldn't be reversed here. So here we are. Hashtag polar bear. Thank you, Soulfinity Tarot, for hashtagging polar bear. Oh, and also make sure if you're not on YouTube, to put your name first and then hashtag polar bear, so I know who's watching, know who's tuning in. And then so please put your name first, because it only comes up in YouTube, your actual name. So if you want to jump over to YouTube to my Roy B. Man of Merlin channel and watch it from there, that'd be amazing. Or if you prefer to watch on Facebook, then that's amazing too. Or just the fact that you're tuning in is the main thing. So it's a Tuesday. So let's see what cards coming in for Tuesday. Natalie, hashtag. So name, hashtag polar bear. But Natalie, thanks very much. That'll do. I'll start, I'll figure this out along the way. So I'm doing individual card readings for the week, and then when we've done your hashtags, I'll do your individual readings at the end of it. The universe going, oh, did I not speak enough? The very first card that comes out was the one that was upside down right at the beginning. So this is Manatee. This is for today's. So the Manatee is actually known as the sea cow, or I think it could even be the dugong. And so what it actually says here at the bottom, it says, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So this is about surrender. And the word that's jumping out is the mana. And mana is energy, which is chi. It's just a different word for belief. And so believe in yourself, believing the energy that you're. So interesting enough, when we were talking about that washing machine situation, if we'd have fought against the situation, the day would have been probably shocking, because it started off with a 2.5 hour drive to get back to drop the washing machine off. The guy won't come and pick it up. There was a lot of physical world drama around it. So if we'd have fought it, that would have been a lot more. We would have put ourselves into stress. Even talking about that energy, it's like rising in your chest and it's blocking my heart and it's making me breathe and get more air, going into fight or flight mode. Whereas this is about, so today is about just surrendering to what is. Whatever changes are going on around you, whatever's happening in the world, just surrender and not get involved and just go about your daily business. It's almost like I feel like there's lion energy in this as well. Like, he doesn't care about anybody else. He rules the planes. He'll just stroll about his business, not caring what everyone else, what the title, what the giraffes and elephants and everything else are up to. But because this is Dugong and Manatee, this is about your own emotions. So there's a lot of solar flares going on at the moment. There's a lot of like light code downloads, and it is rocking our system all over the place. So make sure that you just go with the flow today. Don't rise to people if they're trying to wind you up, that kind of thing. It's just going, yeah, if that's what you believe, that's your choice. I'm just going to do my thing. So today is a day about just doing your thing. Doing your thing. So if there's any dramas with any orders or anything like that, just go, okay, look, we'll leave it for today and get back onto it tomorrow. So that's Tuesdays. Wednesday. So tomorrow is Chameleon. Now, this is the day of change. So chameleons know how to blend into their environments, but it's not about hiding. They don't do that for protection. They do, but it's not their sole thing. Chameleons, it's also about blending in so they can eat. It's their way of camouflage, so they can pounce on their prey and their prey can't see them and it will just wander by. So they'll find a place, they'll blend into their environments, and their dinner will walk right in front of them. So tomorrow's energy, it's like, this is where yesterday is all about surrendering, letting it go, not getting involved, just allowing the day to flow how it's meant to flow. Whereas this is more about being involved, but from the shadows. Waiting, knowing that what's meant for you will come right along. There's almost even spider energy in this as well, in that they build their webs and wait. So, and it's also about careful movement. So chameleons will often move really slowly and sort of judder and make themselves look like they're part of the branch or part of the twig. So this is also about going with the flow, but with careful, considered movement. So that's Wednesday's energy, careful, considered movement. But it's, and adapting to the situation. So this is more about observing the situation, and this is then because you've observed it and you've seen it for what it is, it's then adapting to it. And then whatever the gold nugget of that situation is, that will come to the fore maybe later on in the week. We'll see what cards come out. It'll be interesting. I love it when the cards flow into each other. They're not just different days. So these Tuesday and Wednesday days are quite blended. So for those that are watching, please enter your name and hashtag polar bear for an individual reading after the weekly readings. So let's see what we have in store for Thursday. The way these sound when they shuffle, they sound like the squeaky sand on the beach. So here we've got mountain goat. So mountain goats, the energy of that is about balance, and about balance in the most challenging situations, because they will literally stand on a ledge about this wide and they're able to climb, and where even the most skilled human climbers with ropes probably wouldn't be able to get to. And this is also about having the ability to step out of situations in the most challenging of ways that might look precarious to others looking in, but to you, you're just so safe and secure. So this is about overcoming challenges through intuition, because intuition isn't a logical thing whatsoever. It's obscure and weird and left field, and so it's almost like there's a traffic jam, and you know about someone's driveway that you can drive through, and they've got an entrance at the back of their garden, and they don't mind you driving through it, that kind of thing. And everyone's watching on going, why is that person driving through that person's garden? Oh my God, they're going to run down their fence and that kind of thing. But it's not the case. It's just simply that you know that route and you're comfortable in doing that, and you're confident in yourself to rise above and pause along the way, and know that you're in absolutely no danger, even though people looking from the outside in wonder what the hell you're doing. So this is about sticking to how you do things, no matter how obscure it is, and trusting that it will get you to where you're going. So this is, just sticking to your guns day. That's Thursday, which is the 15th. So we're already halfway through March. Every time I do these readings, I'm like, where's the month going? I feel like I've only done one for this month, and it's the end of the month, and this is the fourth one, although this is the second one for March because of the gap. Oh, it might even be the first one actually for March. Time goes that quick. Timelines are collapsing and blending in and mulching in. So this is the time to take opportunities as well, because they're just going so quick. So what have we got for the beginning of the weekend on Friday? Panda. So interesting enough, this is about create a sacred space for yourself in your home and place of work. So this is my sacred space behind me. This is my altar. And the panda's about black and white. So it's both, it's not all light and fluffy stuff on there. I've got my crystal orbs that work in the darker realms, and combination of plants and real world stuff, and singing bowls and decks and everything. So it's about, for me, Friday's about starting to create a sacred space in your house and home that has balance of both light and shadow, which will make you feel more balanced. So if you've already started to have a sacred space or an altar, if that's your thing, and it's just light and fluffy, it's time to bring different elements in it, even a little symbol of a pentacle or something like that. But pandas are very they're Far Eastern, so this is also about the energy of the dragons and the serpent dragon as well. So to bring in that balance, because dragon is such strong energy and such powerful energy, and can be feared as well. So that's Friday. It's about the beginning of building an altar if you don't have one already. But that's about also sitting down and thinking about it too, because panda bears, when they eat, they sit down, they just seem to laze around. I've just got the image of Kung Fu Panda come into my mind. So it's that discipline as well, where you sit down, you plan what your altar's going to be like, and then when you start to build it, it's about having that flow with it as well, which is that dragon serpent energy. Make it a strong energy that protects your home and helps you manifest from your home. And that's what an altar does, everything and all things, if you plan it correctly and do it correctly. So that's Friday. On Saturday came straight away without even shuffling, just down at the bottom of the deck there. We got penguin. So this is Friday. No, that was Friday. This is Saturday. So a normal kind of a weekend day, even though when you work, if you work for yourself, there's no weekend can be whenever you like. The week becomes a lot more fluid. I don't feel the words are relevant there. So this, to me, what's sticking out is the pen, is the first part. Try to get the camera right. There we go, pen. So this is about journaling. If you live somewhere that's hot, it's about finding somewhere that's colder. Have the aircon on while you journal, and take that heat out of your energy, and then see what different messages comes. Because when our physical body's in a different state, hot, sweaty, or cold, and a bit shivery, different energy channels through, and you're working at one with the elements. this is starting to blend with the element of ice, of water. And then again, that's the fluid. This is where fluid emotions can become fixed. But also the thing with water, when it's in solid state, you can skate across it much quicker. So it's not fixed, because glaciers still move, albeit an inch every 3 or 4 years. They still move, albeit extremely slowly. But when you rise above your emotions in the fixed state, you can skate across them really easily. It doesn't mean to say you're not dealing with them, they're still there, but you just get into a different destination to approach them from a different area. So that's what this is about. It's sort of journaling, bringing in that ice energy to help you see a challenge in your life from a different perspective. So that's Penguin. And then we've got Sundays. So Sunday's energy. See what's coming for Sunday. Sunday, we've got Falcon energy. So Falcon, this is interesting. Like, this is like when you've gone through that energy of Penguin and the ice, and you've seen that, and you've done a bit of journaling, you've found something that you've never realized before. It's about taking rapid action like that. So whatever you've come across on Saturday, it's about taking action on it on Sunday. So whether it's showing up some inner work around self-worth, self-love, or even what it is, maybe even realize that there's some speaking up to do in a relationship or something, then get that, that's right, I figured this out, now it's time to do it. Because as I was saying, like the timeline now of 2024, the years and the months and the days, sorry, not the years, but the days and the months are going so quickly. We're already halfway through the third month, and it doesn't feel like January the 1st was last week. So time's happening that fast. And the Falcon energy itself, especially peregrine falcon, where they're actually the fastest animal on the planet, they can dive at speeds of 220 miles an hour, which is just ridiculously fast. Most supercars can't clear that speed. So it's definitely about taking advantage of what was presented to you on Saturday. If you took that action, this is all dependent on the actions that we take, that physical necessity to manifest energy into physical form. So that's Sunday, taking up to it. Normally Sundays, we tend to rest or chill out and do things. But this is about becoming fluid with days of the week. So it doesn't matter whether it's a Sunday and it's traditionally a day of rest. This is like, well, this is the day to take that action. So take that on board and get that done. And then Mondays, here we go, the zebra. Oh, there's a couple jumping out. A lot of heat energy, camel and zebra. So they're both, the African plains and the desert and that. Actually, what I'm actually feeling is the Brumby and the camels, which the wild horse of Australia, and this massive collection of species, amount of camels. There's millions of them in Australia. They was introduced because they were great at traversing some of the inner lands of Australia that was hard for horses. Camels were great at, so they brought them in, and then they just started breeding, and then they just released them because they couldn't take them back, and then they just, I think there's something like 5 million camels in Australia, and people don't realise that there's camels in Australia that just naturally roam around. And this is about retention of water. So this is about making sure that you've got plenty of water in your system. And zebra is about balance as well, but it's also, because it's the Brumby, it's about having that wildness, having that freedom, as much as so for me, I was brought to Australia, I'm not originally from Australia, I'm originally from England, but now I'd call Australia my home, and I can go wherever I like to go. So wherever, this is interesting, having just moved, I'm now going to start exploring the environment around here to see where I can just flow with my new environment. So Zebra is about having that balance in any new environment, whether it's a new work, new relationship, new home. Even if you decided to find a new park to walk around, don't be afraid to walk off the path and find a nice little spot for yourself, a nice little area in nature where you can meditate or just ponder life and ponder your world and clear your emotions and do all those things. And if you are going to do that walk, to make sure you've got plenty of water. I feel dehydrated while I'm holding this card, so might be a case of Mondays. There's so many emotions and so many light codes coming in. The way to help us get through that on a daily basis is just drink plenty of water. It's kind of like a lubricant for light code energy, for energy downloads. It's the lubricant. So if you're feeling a bit tired, you could just actually be dehydrated. So definitely get plenty of water. And there's the balance there. So that's the week ahead. So today was Manatee. Just on a quick recap. Tomorrow is Chameleon. Thursday is Mountain Goat. Friday is Panda. And then Saturday was Penguin. Sunday, Falcon. And then, yes, next Monday is Zebra and Camel. So now I'm going to do the weekly lives for those that have put in a hashtag there, starting with my beloved. Thank you. Even though I don't think she's even watching at the moment. Wow, that's charming. I'm joking. Yeah. So this is for my beloved. See what cards come out, what animal tokens come out for her for the week. There we go. Elk, which is almost like stag energy. Stand tall, maintain your dignity, and others will treat you with respect that you deserve. So for me, there's standing in your power. You've literally just moved, and because you've moved, you've let go of some of the old stuff, and this is about trusting in your power that you can manifest as many clients as you need. I feel it's about getting up in the forest as well, because as much as we're on the beach, it's also about finding that balance and getting the energies of both and connecting with the land up here from both realms. Going to be honoring Mother Earth. So that's going to be about, we need that balance. So, even in this card, you've got green and blue. So earth and water energy, and get out in the sun, that's going to be the fire energy, and then air, standing out on the balcony, there's the four elements. But this is just about earth, bringing in that element, connecting, uplifting the roots from the Gold Coast, moving them along to the sunny coast and grounding them back in. So almost like taking the walks that you used to do around Tambourine and now start doing the walks up around the hinterland, Mullaney and all that area. So, and just tuning into the energy of elk while you do that walk and honoring the animals of the forest up this way. Maybe even taking a crystal or something like that you can leave in the forest. Yeah, and then that will get you balanced on Mother Earth. It'll help you manifest and start to build the next stage of life up here. So that's for you, yeah. And then, and you've also got connection to spirit with these antlers, and that's what that's about. So to connect with spirit better, bring in balance. And now, Natalie, yeah, you did hashtag polar bear. So this, Natalie, is for you. Let's see what we've got you for the animal totems for the week. Roadrunner. So interesting enough, like, you know, keep your sense of humor and don't take things too seriously. The first thing that came to me was Wile E. Coyote. So, you know, the Roadrunner cartoon where he'd try all those things and it would just backfire on him. And that's when you've got good boundaries on the universe, and you're holding yourself to integrity. And if people are lying, and if you know that people are talking behind your back, don't join in. Don't lower yourself to their level. Just hold your head up high like the Roadrunner does. Move at your speed, and the universe will bounce that energy, because what you give out, you get back threefold. So if you join in, you're going to get that back. So this is about watching the words that you say. If you speak positively about yourself and positively about others and show compassion and understanding, because those, you know, anybody that's bitching and moaning, they're actually coming from a place of their own stuff. So, you know, I also feel it's almost like non-involvement. So not saying anything, not doing anything, just being laser focused on your journey forward. And then anybody that tries to intervene, the universe will just take care of them in the laws of the universe in regards to what you give out, what you get back. You'll have a natural defense system by just doing your journey and not getting involved in anybody else's. Because if you think about the cartoon, Rover never involves himself with Wile E. Coyote. He's just always on the road, just running along, and avoids everything that the coyote tries to do without having to go out of his way to avoid it. Stay on your path, stay your course, and you'll be fine. Okay, so that's everyone that's watched, I believe. I've not seen any other comments. So if I have missed you, yeah, that's okay. You tune in next week. And also, if you would like a 1 hour reading based around animal totems and see what's going to come in for you for the year, an in-depth reading, then please reach out at www.iammerlin.org. And my calendar's on there, so you can find out my times and schedules. It's now pretty much back to full because I've stopped doing all the moving stuff. All that's pretty much done. I'm available and ready to serve and guide you on your way. And if you like mentoring or a course on how to see the universe, the physical matrix, there's so many options for you to join in and enhance your own abilities as well. And if you'd like to learn how to see the animal totem energies as well, I can also teach that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. Short and sweet. And I'll see you all again next week at same time, same place. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.